Penn Supply's a situation where we didn't know they were leaving. They just kind of up and left. At least nobody called me, nobody knocked on my door and said, is there anything you can do to make it a sweeter deal to live or to have our business in the city? Mm-hmm. If they did, there probably wouldn't have been a lot I could have done anyhow, because the state legislature has really constrained municipalities on, and particularly third-class cities, on what we are allowed to do. And that creates very high property taxes. We have some of the highest in the entire state. York does, yes. Other than, I think, maybe Philadelphia area, Pittsburgh area, and Erie, we have by far the highest property taxes and mercantile, and we have high mercantile taxes also. But when the state only says that you can only use these taxes and you need this much money to run the government, and it's not like the city government does anything extravagant. Most people think we don't do enough. But we need to have our police department. It's a law. It says third-class cities have to have their own police departments. Mm-hmm. And we know with our 100 police officers, budget of $25 million right there. So nearly half of the city's budget is for a police department. And then next you have the fire department. That's another 10 million or so. We have 1880s to 1920s buildings people are living in, and all those buildings are packed together. We need to have our firefighters, and then we have a park system for the benefit of the community. We need our parks, and we have to take care of our parks. There's very little, and then you have to have we got to take care of our roads. We got to plow. We're working on the Northwest Triangle, trying to make that a center for development. I am committed to bringing in tech jobs and tech jobs for people of color who are, yet again, it doesn't seem to matter what we do in this country. People start making money, and it's 99% the white people that are making the money. There are very few faces of color in the tech industry, and that's not right. So we've been working for the last 4 years to figure out how can we, even if it's not the coding and like the Silicon Valley stuff, what about the side of the manufacturing, the tech manufacturing? Where can we fit in there? Where can we fit in with, robotics maintenance, 3D printing, any of that kind of stuff? Where can we fit in? And then reach out to York High, reach out in the charter schools and things like that, and try and guide people into these careers of the 21st century, because very few people in the city of York are working in the 21st century. We are working 20th century and 19th century jobs. We're storekeepers, barbers, good jobs if you can do it. I'm not saying anything against the jobs themselves, but it's not creation of wealth. It is generation of income to keep yourself afloat, and you're still living, in most cases, paycheck to paycheck. I was one of the first mayors in the United States, if not the first mayor, to bring in what is called an ecosystem builder. Ecosystem builder is a new kind of school of economic development where you look at your entire ecosystem. You figure out, how do you create wealth? You create wealth by supporting entrepreneurs with R&D, and then with capital support, to get to the manufacturing level. Now, York has at the time when we started, I think York County was still 24% manufacturing or 23% manufacturing. We're down to 18% in just 4 years. That's a real unfortunate number, but we've still got the DNA for it. We are still a place for manufacturing. So anyhow, I tried to hire originally, but the city council didn't have the same vision as I did. So I went through the York County Economic Alliance, and some philanthropists supplied the funds to hire this ecosystem builder. who has been working to make all these connections, to try and bring the universities and colleges together to create this nurturing environment. And the ecosystem of a nurturing environment goes everywhere from the business aspect, as I said, the R&D, the capital, getting people space availability, to the networking within it, but also to the atmosphere of your community. So, restaurant people move places because of things they can do off work as well as what they can do on work. And you guys know, other than manufacturing and face-to-face service jobs, so much is moving away from even having to live any single place. So why would you want to live in York and work in your office here or in your home here when you could be in Key West?
So